You want to tell me about your Canon a little bit before we fire it?
Sure. This is a gun, a 12-pounder gun, model 1857. Most commonly known as the Napoleon. It was the most common cartridge, one of the most common cannons of the Civil War. It is a smooth bore, which means it has no rifling. It can fire shot, which is a solid cannonball, shell, which is a hollow sphere with a time fuse that explodes at a certain time, case shot, which is a solid hollow shell filled with lead balls and a bursting shell, also known as shrapnel. It was invented by a captain in the British Army, Henry Shrapnel, so that's where that name came from. Where this gun became the most deadly is at close range, 200 yards or closer. In other words, from here to just the other side of the fence line down there, you would fire something called canister shot. Canister shot is a tin cylinder full of iron balls. It would fire like a giant shotgun. Out of the 12-pounder Napoleon, there were 27 1.25-inch balls in each canister round, and it would spread 10 yards for every 100 yards that went out. So from here to that fence down there is about 110 yards. It would cover a 10-foot area with a density. You had an 85% chance of being struck by one of those balls inside that 10-foot area. The barrel itself weighed 1,200 pounds. The total gun itself weighs 2,600 pounds. Ammunition is kept in the limber chest. It was copper topped to keep from sparking. Each person has his own job. It kind of looks like a dance when you're doing it because everybody has to do everything at a specific time. Number 1 swabs and rams. Number 2 inserts the shells. Number 3 thumb stalls the vent to keep air from getting in so you don't have an accidental discharge when you're loading. He also pierces the cartridge bag with a priming wire and puts a primer on. Number 4 assists me in pointing the piece, and then he steps out to fire. Number 5 carries ammunition from the limber chest forward. A full crew would also have a 6 and a 7. Their job would be to cut the time fuses to the appropriate length so the shells would explode at the right time. As you started to lose men in combat, those 2 were the first to go away, and number 5 had to cut the shells and run the ammunition. I am the gunner. I'm the only one that does not have a number. I am the gunner. I'm in charge of everything that's going on. So not only do I have to know my job, I have to watch everybody else to make sure that they're not making a mistake. I have to also aim the gun. I also have to figure out what kind of shell to fire to engage the target at a certain distance. And then I step outside and watch it fire to observe the shot. So we're going to go ahead and fire a blank round now. I will call out a load. Say we have infantry at 600 yards. I will call out the appropriate cartridge for an infantryman at 600 yards, and then he would have cut the charge. Right now it's just a blank cartridge, so we're not going to shoot a shell down range.
Okay.
Load, case shot, 3.5-second fuse. Fast. Ready. Ready to fire? Ready? Fire! Load! Shell! Ready. Ready to fire? Ready? Fire! Load, shell, 3-second fuse.
Mister, you got any more primer?
Bring a primer with you, number 5. Hold it. Stop vent. Stop vent. Ready. Ready to fire? Ready? Fire! Cease firing! Secure the piece. Swab.
I surrender! I surrender!
Bill, can I go ahead and worm it when I get